Hello everybody, welcome to the Financial Services class. This is Srinivasu Dalipatti, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, VSM College Autonomous, Ramchandrapuram. Today we are going to discuss about the topic public issue. The public issue or a public offering refers to the issue of shares or convertible securities in the primary market by the companies, promoters, so as to attract new investors for a subscription. In a public issue, the shares are offered for a sale in order to raise capital from the general public, for which the company issues a prospectus. The investors who want to subscribe for the shares make an application to the company, which then allots shares to them. The entity which makes an issue is called an issuer. Public issue or a public offering refers to the issue of shares or convertible securities in primary market by the companies, promoters, so as to attract new investors for a subscription. In a public issue, the shares are offered for a sale in order to raise capital from the general public, for which company issues a prospectus. The investors who want to subscribe for the share make an application to the company, which then allots shares to them. The entity which makes an issue is called an issuer. So let us discuss what is public issue. Public issue is the offering of securities of a company or a similar corporation to the public. What is that? Public issue is the offering of securities of a company or a similar corporation to the public. Generally, the securities are to be listed on a stock exchange. In most jurisdictions, a public offering requires the issue company to the publish a prospectus detailing the terms and rights attached to the offered security, as well as information on the company itself and its finance. Many other regulatory requirements surrounded by public offering, and they vary according to jurisdictions. Initial public offering IPO. Let us check the diagram. Please check that issues, then public issues, IPO and FPO, right issue, compensate issue, bonus issue, and then private placement. In this private placement, institutional placement program, and professional placement, and qualified institutional placement. Let us discuss initial public offering IPO. Initial public offering is one type of public offering. Not all public offering are IPOs. Not all type of public offerings are IPOs. An IPO occurs only when a company offers its shares, no other securities. Once again, an IPO occurs only when a company offers its shares, no other securities, for the first time for public ownership and trading. An act making it's a public company. However, the public offering are also made by the already listed companies. The company issues additional securities to the public, adding those currently being traded. For taken to the consideration the example of a listed company with 8 million shares, a listed company with 8 million shares, and outstanding can offer to the public another 2 million shares. Once again, a listed company with 8 million shares, outstanding can offer to the public another 2 million shares. This is a public offering but not an IPO. What is the IPO? Initial public offering, but all the public offerings are not the IPOs. Not all the public offerings are IPOs. Once the transaction is complete, the company will have 10 million shares outstanding. Non-initial public offering of equity is also called seasoned equity offering. Seasoned equity offering. A shelf prospectus is often used by the companies is exactly that situation. Instead of drafting one before each public offering, the company can file a single prospectus detailing the term of many different securities it might offers the next several years. Shortly before the offering, if any actual take place, the company informs the public material change in finance and outlook since the publication of the self prospectus. So procedure of issuing shares in a company. How to issue a company? How to issue the shares in a company? Let us discuss the way how to issue the shares. Procedure of issuing shares in a company. The four procedures. Let us discuss the first one: issuing prospectus, application of shares, allotment of shares, and call on shares. Now, what is issuing prospectus? Issuing prospectus. Issuing prospectus. A prospectus is documented used by a public company as an open invitation to the public to buy shares of a company. A company must submit a copy its prospectus to the Securities and Exchange Commission before the publication date. However, private companies or public companies issuing shares privately do not need to issue a prospectus. Issue of prospectus. Let us discuss about when a public company intends to raise capital by issuing its shares to the public. How to raise this capital? When a company wants to raise his capital, when a public company intends to raise capital by issuing its shares to the public, it invites the public to make an offer to buy its shares through a document called prospectus. Prospectus means is a document is for inviting public for their investment as the shares. It invites the public to make offer to buy its shares through a document that is called prospectus. According to the section 60 subsection 1, a copy prospectus is required to be delivered to the registrar for registration on before the date of publication. Thereafter it contains the brief information about the company, its past record, and the project for which company is issuing share. It is also includes the opening date and the closing date of the issue, amount payable with the application at the time of allotment and calls, name of the banks in which the application money will be deposited, minimum number of shares of for which application will be accepted. This is called issuing prospectus. What is prospectus? Prospectus is a document when a public company intends to raise this capital by issuing its shares to the public. It invites to the public to make offer to buy its shares through a document that is called prospectus. According to the section 60 and subsection 1, a copy of prospectus it is required to be delivered to the registrar for the registration on or before date of the publication. And what is the application of shares? Let us discuss about the application of share. After getting an invitation, when prospectus is an invitation, is a document. After getting an invitation, interested investors prospectus can submit their application through a prescribed form along with an application fee before the closing date giving the prospectus. When the number of shares applied for exceeds the number of shares issued, there is an observation oversubscription. There is an oversubscription, but when applications are less than expected, there is an under subscription. Applications occurred at a designated bank where a receipt is issued. What is application of shares? After reading the prospectus, if the public is satisfies, then they apply to company for purchase of its shares on a period prescribed form. Each application form along with application, money must be deposited by the public in a scheduled bank and get a receipt for the same. The company cannot withdraw this money from the bank till procedure of allotment has been completed. The amount payable application for share shall not be less than 5% of nominal amount of the share. So this is the application process of the shares. And then next, allotment of shares. What is the allotment of share? How it is allotted? Allotment of shares, when the directors of an issuing company with the consultation with the stock market authorities prepare to sell their shares, an applicant they communicate through an allotment letter. Most people used to allotment their issuance of shares intangibly. However, for a public company, a share allotment strictly involves allocating the right to the shares a certain applicants. The allotment letter communicates allotment time and date paying for the shares. Let's once again repeat what is that. Allotment of shares. Allotment of shares means acceptance by the company. Acceptance by the company of the shares offered made by the applicants to take up the shares applied for. The information allotment is given shareholders by the letter known as allotment letter. The letter known as the allotment letter informing the amount of to be called at the time of allotment and the date fixed for the payment of such money. It is allotment that shares come into the existence. Thus the applicant's money on the shares after allotment becomes a part of shares capital. Decision to allot the shares to taken by the board of directors. Consultation with the stock exchange. After the closure the subscription list, the bank sends all applicants to the company. So this is the process of allotment of shares. And then make calls on shares. Make calls on shares or call on shares. What is call on shares? Call are used to the collected remaining shares after application and allotment as per the provisions of prospectus. There's first call, second call, and so on, depending on the numbers installments. The last call includes the word final. The call amount should not exceed 25% of the shares nominal value, and a month must have elapsed the payment date the previous call. A 14-day notice must be given indicating time and place. The remaining amount left after applicant and allotment money due from shareholders may be demanded in one or more parts which are termed as first call and second call and so on. The word final is added to the last call. The amount of call must be exceeded 25% of the nominal value, and the shares and at least 1 month have elapsed since the date which is fixed for the payment and last preceding call, for which at least 14 days notice satisfying or specifying the time and place must be given. This is the call on share procedure. And then next, modes of issuing of shares. What are the modes in the issuing of shares? Now modes, let us discuss the what are the modes of issuing shares. Issuing of shares for cash. First one is issue of shares for cash. Joint stock companies carry their business on a large scale. Hence these companies requires to huge amount of capital. They fulfill their requirements by issuing shares and debentures to the public. Moreover, after receiving the certificate of incorporation, they can be offer shares to the public under different methods in this article. we will discuss the issue of shares for the cash. The issue of shares for the cash, when the shares are issued by the company in consideration for cash, such issue of shares is known as issue for shares for cash. What is issue share for cash? When the share are issued by the company in consideration for cash, such issue of share is known as issue of share for cash. In such a case, shares can be issued at par, or at premium or at a discount. What are the three? At par, or at a premium, or at a discount. Such issues price may be payable either in lump sum along with the application or the installment as different stages. Partly on application, partly on allotment, or partly on a call. This is issue of shares are for cash. And then second one, issue of share at par. Issue of shares at par. What is the issue of share at par? Par value is the value given or mentioned on that certificate of share. Each company can mention own par value like 10 rupees, 20 rupees, etc. When the company asks their total par value at the time of application, it is called the issue of shares on lump sum basis. The issue of shares at par, shares are said to be issued at par when they are issued at a price equal of the face value. For example, if a share rupees 10 rupee issued for 10 rupees, it is said that the share has been issued at par. Issues of shares at premium, when a share are issued an amount of their more than the face value of share, they are said issued at premium. For example, if a share value is 10 rupees and the rupees 15 issued rupees at 15, such condition of issues is known as issue of shares at premium. The difference between the issue price and the face value, that is 5 rupees, 15 rupees minus 10, that is 5 rupees of the share, is called premium. It is a capital profit for the company and will show credit balance, hence it will be shown in the liability side and the balance sheet under the heading reserve and surplus. So this is the issue of share at par. And then next, issue of shares at discount. Issue of shares at discount. When a company issues shares at a price less than their face value, it is said to have issued them the discount. For example, in a company issue shares of the face value rupees 10 100 each at rupees 95 each, it will be said that have issued them at the discount of 5%. In order to issue the shares at the discount of a company has to fulfill their conditions lead to down section 79 the Companies Act. So what is the issue of shares are at discount? Shares are said to be issued discount when they are issued at the price lower than the face value. For example, if a share value is 10 rupees issued at rupees 9, it is said that the share has been issued at discount. The excess of this face value over the issue price, that is 1 rupee, 10 minus 9 is called the amount is discount. Share discount amount showing a debit balance denotes a loss and that company which is nature of capital loss, therefore it is describes but a compulsory to write an against company's profit availability or profit and loss accounts. This is the issue share at discount. Issues of shares at discount. And then forfeiture of shares. What is forfeiture of shares? In business, there are situations where stakeholders loses its shares because non-payment of his shares of installments or dues. However, a company can only forfeit a share if they allow forfeiture under the article an association of the company. What is forfeiture of the shares? Forfeiture of share. When a company allots shares the applicants, it is done the basis of legal contract between the company and applicant, which makes it is binding upon the shareholders to pay the amount allotment costs when they are due. Now, if any shareholders fails to pay the allotment or call money due him, the shareholders violates the contract, and that company is entitled to take shares back, which known as forfeiture of shares. So, take backing shares is called as forfeiture of shares. And forfeiture of shares meaning, forfeiture of shares referred to as the situation when the allotted shares are cancelled by the issuing company due to non-payment of the subscription amount as requested by the issuing company from stakeholders. And then in the event of forfeiture of shares, the shareholders loses the rights and interest of the being stakeholders cases to be members of this organization. Effects of forfeiture of shares on in a company. Forfeiture of share effects in a company. What is that? Termination of membership. First one is termination of members. The shareholders whose shares have been forfeited shall case to be member of the company, and his name shall be struck out from the register of the members. And then seizure of money paid. Seizure of money paid. The amount of already paid on the forfeited share by the defaulting shareholders will be seized by the company, and no case will be refunded back to the shareholders. And then non-payment dividend. When the shareholders are forfeited, the shareholders remains no longer the member of the company. Therefore, he loses the right to receive future dividend. And the last one is reduction of share capital. The reduction of share capital is to the extent the amount call upon such shares. So these are the effects forfeiture of shares in a company. Today in this class today we are discussing about what is public issue and procedure for issuing equity shares, the 4 steps: issuing of prospectus, receive the application, and application of shares, allotment of shares, to make calls on shares, and mode of issuance shares. What are the modes? Issue of shares for cash, issue of shares at par value, and issue of shares at discount, and forfeiture of shares. What is forfeiture of shares, and procedure for the forfeited shares, and what are the 4 effects for the forfeited shares. I think you are understanding very well in this class, and we will meet in the next class for another topic. Thank you so much.